Yo, yo, got another week of DJT. Let's make sense of this data. So we're on the weekly time frame. We got 4 weeks up. Last week we closed at 50.90. This week we closed at 50.92. So not much movement over the last week after a 4 week run up and a 90%, 80% move over the past 4 weeks. So we dive into that daily time frame. Okay, we got this all-time high, the year-to-day VWAP, the year-to-day VWAP, and we have the year-to-day VWAP low. So the VWAP high year-to-day, the VWAP low year-to-day. We could see we rallied above it, and it's acting as support, this year-to-day VWAP. So the average buyer from this area is in control right now. Okay. What we're looking at now is we did close underneath the all-time high VWAP and the IPO. We closed right underneath it. Where 5109 is the VWAP. We closed at 50.92. So that's like what, 10, like I don't know, 18 cents or something like that. But so we're holding this VWAP from the high of this year, and we have this rising 20-day moving average. Over the next 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, we'll be here. Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be here. Friday, we'll be on this candle. Each day next week, we're going to be taking a candle and adding a new one, right? Each day, we'll be adding a new candle. So what we'll be looking at is making sure that we could keep this 20-day moving average rising, and we could see it act as support. So by Friday, we'll be here. So maybe we could get a little shakeout this week after, it did just push up 80%. Maybe get shakeout for 3 days. Okay. And then that's 1, 2, 3. We close here. Retest this 50-day moving average. Maybe goes underneath it a little bit. Gets back above. Right. And then this area could be our launch pad. We could finally squeeze that year-to-date VWAP and the IPO, and then we could really get going. And then this could be a new significant high or low. So we rally to a new high, pulls back. Here's some strength, pulls back into this area, and rallies up. Now, on Friday, if we don't start to get back above this area, 46.87 on Friday, well, is where the data will be. So what's going to happen to the 20-day moving average? Right, all week it'll flatten if we're just kind of moving sideways where we are. But then on Friday, if we're below this area right here, it's going to start to decline. Okay, so then this 20-day moving average will decline on Friday. So that's the one thing we'll be looking at for next week. All right, and by next Friday, this would be got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 50-day moving average still has some time. So even if we pull back next week and we're kind of holding in that area, in this 41 area, which would be a 50% pullback from this low on a Fibonacci retracement, this $40 level, and you got this little VP space right here. And then if we could rally back above, that it would be the same concept with the 50-day moving average right up in here. So maybe we pull back into this area, get right back above, but then we realize this 50-day moving average starts to aggressively rise, right, each day here. So it's just something to keep on, because then we get the same thing with the 50-day moving average declining. So let's see. We talked about this launch pad. Maybe none of this even happens, and maybe we just keep pushing up. We get into this double top. Okay, so maybe we gap up into this area up in here. We could push, start to get a little base, consolidate, right? Push again, get some people excited, maybe even pull back. Let this VWAP catch up. Okay, 20-day moving average catch up, right? And then this would be the opportunity for all of these stacks to support the all-time high VWAP and the IPO VWAP. So maybe that's a scenario that we could look for as well. And then we're off to the races and we're back going. So we'll see what next week brings.